What up, everybody? As Tulsa King Season 3, Episode 2 concluded with Jeremiah Dunmier watching his longtime rival Theo Montague's house burn down with him in it. Episode 2 deals with the aftermath as Dwight finds out just how dangerous his new rival is, calling him crazy as he looks at the remains of Theo Montague's mansion with Tyson, Mitch, and Bigfoot, all dressed in all black like they're either on their way to or from Mr. Montague's funeral. But Dunmier accomplishes two things by setting Montague's house on fire. Number one, he sends a message to Dwight, letting him know that he's not to be with, something that Dunmier also tells Dwight to his face in the trailer, with Dwight letting Dunmier know that they have that in common. But also, the main reason why Dunmier ultimately chose to burn Montague's house down with him in it is because there's no proof that it was a murder. Keeping in mind that Mr. Montague was sitting in front of his fireplace when Dunmier walked into his house. So they're pretty much going to say it was a house fire and that Mr. Montague died in the fire. I also think that Dunmier has cops on his payroll who will help him take care of the situation, because the trailer also shows Belalacqua telling Dwight that Dunmier is connected. And it's doubtful that he's connected to the mob, so he's probably connected to the Tulsa PD as well as some of the local gangs. The end of the episode, when Dunmier was first being introduced, it showed this tattoo on his back, and I'm sure that's some type of gang or something that Dunmier is affiliated with. Comparing our first look at Jeremiah Dunmier to Dwight's ops from season 1 or 2, Dunmier is more organized and his pockets and ties run a lot deeper than Kalon Waltrip and the biker gang from season 1. And even though Dunmier is more organized and has legit fronts like Cal Thresher from season 2, he's a lot more ruthless and willing to kill, unlike Cal Thresher. Even though Cal had the trials with him, they weren't all on the same page, while Dunmier's organization has a clear pecking order, with Jeremiah calling the shots and his son Cole as his number 2. In the scene that I mentioned earlier, when Dwight and Dunmier come face to face and let each other know that they're not to be f***ed with, it also looks like Dwight has on the same clothes from that scene that he's wearing when he's looking at the remains of the Montague's house. So this is most likely taking place at Theo Montague's repast. The trailer also has another scene from what looks to be the repast with Cleo attacking Cole Dunmier. So either though the cops might be saying her father died in a house fire, Cleo, Mitch, and everybody else knows what really happened. And with Cole and Jeremiah coming to the repast or funeral like they weren't who killed him, and with Cleo grieving, there's definitely going to be some drama as the trailer shows her attacking Cole. Theo himself knew that he was going to be in danger, signing the deal with Dwight and backdooring Dunmier after shaking his hand. Because before he agreed, he told Dwight when he shook Dunmier's hand, he tied his own, and that it was complicated. But obviously both Theo and Dwight underestimated Dunmier, because he was able to walk right into Theo's house with no problems. He didn't have any type of security or anything. But either though Theo knew he was taking a risk with Dunmier not following through with the deal and agreeing to sell to Dwight instead, he did it so his daughter could remain a shareholder and preserve their legacy. With that said, there's another scene with Dunmier and Dwight face to face at the casino, with Dunmier telling Dwight that he's obligated to destroy everything he built and everyone he loves. As he's saying that, it shows Dwight's crew toasting as they begin their new business at the distillery, and it also shows Dwight talking to Margaret. Keeping in mind that Dwight already tried walking away from Margaret in episode 1 because of the situation with Agent Musso and how he was holding the people that Dwight cares about over his head as leverage, saying he would include them as accessories. So now we're going to see how Dwight responds to everything going on with Dunmier when it comes to Margaret, because Dunmier's ruthless, and once he finds out about Margaret and Dwight's relationship, she could be the first person he could target. Then the trailer reveals why exactly Jeremiah Dunmier is so pissed off about not getting to purchase Montague Distillers. Dwight says that 50-year-old whiskey goes for $5,000 a bottle, as the trailer shows Cleo opening a shed with several barrels of whiskey. So we're looking at several $1,000,000 that they could potentially make from this deal. Montague just didn't know how to move it. And this is why Dunmier is so pissed off, because he thought he was going to be cashing in on a multi-$1,000,000 deal for pennies on the dollar. With that said, as Dwight has found a new revenue stream through the distillery, the vultures have already heard and are coming out with their hands out, as the trailer shows Belalacqua showing up at Dwight's, asking him if he didn't think he was going to find out. And we know from the season trailer that he also asked Dwight what his cut was. And at this point is when Belalacqua tells Dwight that Dunmier is connected, like I mentioned earlier. So Dwight's going to need Belalacqua to have his back and continue to earn his cut, because with Dunmier telling Dwight that he's going to destroy everything he built, if he were to do that, then Belalacqua would lose his cash cow and that 15% that he cares so much about. So it's in his best interest that Dwight continues to prosper moving forward, especially if he's going to be getting a cut from the distillery business also. And concerning those expensive 50-year-old barrels, they better keep armed guards around the clock around them before Dunmier comes for them next. And in the same scene that Dunmier is telling Dwight that he's obligated to destroy everything he's built and everyone he loves, Dwight, of course, isn't going to back down and lets Dunmier know that he's just getting started. Then we see Dunmier with 3 other men walking up to somebody whose face they don't show. But from the back, I can't tell who it is either. It doesn't look like it's anybody from Dwight's crew. But the 3 guys start beating this man down as Dunmier walks off. And the most interesting clip from the trailer shows Mitch scrapping with someone on the ground as they're fighting. So Mitch might be looking to go to war with the Dunmiers, as he knows they killed his love interest, Cleo's father. So like we've seen Tyson seek revenge without Dwight's permission, and to a lesser degree Bodie in episode 1, we're going to see if Mitch begins to seek revenge against the Dunmiers behind Dwight's back. But at the same time, this might be Mitch being under attack from a hitter from the Dunmier crew, knowing that he's the link to Dwight and the Montagues. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.